Hey guys, welcome to Life from the Patio. We're going to finish out 2022 with a little tribute. It's going to be a review of all the big news and important things that occurred in 2022. So stick around and welcome to the patio.
I saw a man rob a bank when I was 10. No, I didn't see the wrong kind. I wish that I was him. I grew up, thought was living in my head. Figured the life that I was living, I'd be better off dead.
Well, we had told everybody that we were dropping our last live recording last week, but here on the last minute whim, this is Friday night, December 30th. We're recording. We're going to drop this raw. We're not even going to edit. We're going to drop it raw on Saturday morning, December 31st, New Year's Eve. Unfortunately, DW was tied up tonight. It's kind of like a last minute thing, but I'm in studio here with Gary. How are you? How are you tonight, Gary?
Yo, 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 what up?
And I got Fortenberry here with me. Fortenberry's sporting some new equipment over here.
Oh man, I got a new microphone.
He got a new mic. He's pretty psyched about it.
I have to remember to put my mouth up to the tip because I forget to not get close enough.
Yeah, we all listened to the drop. My drop today, and we all agree that damn, we've come a long way with regards to our audio since that first recording session.
I think the first few audio recordings we had like 10 cans of strings.
It sounded like you were in South Arkansas somewhere, but it sounded like you may have been in North Korea.
I was at my house.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were with Kim Jong-un in North Korea and we couldn't get, or you got internet access like Gary's got at his house. His poor son doesn't even have internet access. He's got to come to my house to get internet access.
Gary's got dial-up.
I sure do. It's AOL Ultimate.
The ultimate. All right. So, you know what? We hadn't done this in a while. We're sitting here. It's New Year's Eve. What you sipping on tonight, Gary?
I got some Crown Apple, yo, with a little bit of Diet Dr. Pepper. Got to get all them flavors.
So you got
in
a little appley.
Appley. Like, there's 24 flavors now.
And I see what Fortenberry's got over there.
Yeah.
Since there's two of them, does that make it double love honey or is that just regular love honey?
It's just plain old delicious love honey.
Delicious love honey. He's sipping. And look,
the love.
Get out to your local Walgreens. I got some Woodford double oak tea.
I'm hitting that tomorrow.
For a really good price. It's pretty good here. I had an old fashioned with it earlier, and now I'm sipping on it with a little Diet Pepsi. I'm weird. I like that.
Did you do a bold fashion or an old fashion?
I did a bold. Oh, it's so good. So for you guys that don't know, a bold fashion is simply it's bourbon with a coffee liqueur or coffee. Actually, I find the coffee works better because if I start mixing the coffee liqueur, it takes effect way too quick. Add a little old-fashioned season or some sugar like you'd make your old-fashioned, and it's superb. I got to tell you, it's great. Fortenberry really likes it, too. Have you tried that, Gary?
No, I haven't. No.
We might have to get you one after this because it is. We went from literally an Arctic blast a week ago to feeling like springtime here in Crittenden County.
When I went and got my love honey today, I stopped at the liquor store in Augusta. And I really went in there with the intentions of I was in my mail. I didn't get a chance to go by the big liquor store I was at where I got all the fancy Lost 40s.
Yep.
Well, what I was looking for was there's a bourbon made in Little Rock, and I was really looking for it, and they didn't have it. But Screwball, and everybody's had Screwball. What is it? Peanut butter.
Yeah. You mix that with a little bit of grape juice in it.
So Screwball also makes a cookie dough.
Oh, my.
And I almost picked it up.
Who's me like cookies? She is for cookies.
I almost picked it up. And I just said, no, I'm going to get some beer and just call it a day.
Nothing too fancy.
That would have been a nice sip for the last.
Now you made me feel bad for not getting it.
You should feel bad.
I should.
You should feel bad. All right. So, look, this isn't going to be a long recording. Matter of fact, I think we're really just doing it because Jamie wanted to play this new toy. But we're going to talk about big news headlines from the year.
Big news.
And, these are in no particular order. They're not chronological. They're not by order of importance. But these are some things that we think were important this year. Ukraine war still raging on today. It makes 10 months since the Ukraine war started. And how many $1 billion have, from my pocket, have gone to?
Well, I don't know how many billions of dollars went for your pocket.
Just like,
well, it didn't come to my pocket.
Look, the exact analogies you use for Ukraine war will also work for the second one.
Inflation.
Been going on for a long time.
So, we got two main topics that are still raging today. If you look at a headline, open your web browser, you're probably going to see something about either the Ukraine war, the inflation, or both. And I'm not sure how the U.S. can continue to funnel money into Ukraine to support the war when our inflation numbers are so high.
All right, T, I'm gonna have to stop you. I have to do a fact. You
gotta correct me.
I gotta
Do a fact-
I'm a fact checker.
You're a fact checker?
Oh, that too.
I'm looking at these beards over here, and y'all look like some hobos over here.
We're full.
As long as there's a B in that.
But yeah, I'm gonna fact check. It's not called inflation. It's called Biden inflation. Okay.
Oh.
Hold on, let me see if I find the right music.
Now, hold on.
Biden
I thought this was Putin's inflation.
That's what Biden's inflation is trying to call it.
Look, we've been fighting inflation, and in all reality, some of it does have to do with coming out of COVID.
It does. A lot of it.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
of
it
it has to
does.
do with the Ukraine war. Some of it has to do with piss poor policies.
Our energy policies.
Yes.
That has a big role in it. We're look, next week, hopefully you guys are going to listen. I know you got plenty going on Saturday, but next week we're going to talk about what we think are going to be some big news headlines in 2023. And man, there's some out there I want to talk about, but I'm not going to get into it here. But this inflation, this is not over, folks. I don't believe we've hit bottom yet. I really don't. I don't think we've hit bottom. I think we still got
We're not eating pets yet.
Nope. Yeah.
My pets ain't got much meat on them.
No, but I mean, you get hungry enough and times get lame.
Look, I could probably go months without eating now.
We're
Let's be real here.
We're gonna have missing pets and missing socks because I can't do without toilet paper. So
That was only COVID. Only COVID.
COVID affects inflation,
dude. If you eat your pet, then you can use the fur as toilet paper.
Yeah, I guess.
And you rinse it off.
All right, this went south really fast. All right, next on our list,
got dark.
the January 6th committee. Talk about the January 6th committee. So I guess they concluded that committee, even though it dominated the news cycle most of the year.
Yeah, and you know what?
Did you hear the latest? They're no longer summoning Trump. They withdrew the subpoena for him to.
So what did this accomplish?
Nothing.
They sent
Spending
some
our
people
tax
to prison. They sent Grandma to prison. Didn't Grandma spend some? Get sent
Grandma's
to
still in prison. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some interesting conspiracy theories about this. I think Thursdays need
we'll
to
get to
become
that. I've got one loaded up.
All right, another big one: the overturning of Roe versus Wade.
That may be the biggest story of the year.
It may be the biggest story of our lifetime, or one of them anyway. It's got to rank up there. 9/11, nothing can really surpass.
9/11 is probably bigger, I think.
But overturning Roe versus Wade is a big deal. And no matter what the media tells you, people still have access to abortions that want to get abortions. The thing is, it's no longer now protected by federal law. Yeah. So, there was a big discussion as to whether that would have an impact on the November midterms. Who knows, right? I mean, they were close. If there's one thing we now know after the last probably 5 or 6 Novembers, maybe even 10 Novembers, the country is split. The country's split.
50-50.
50-50.
Crypto
was big news in 2021. It was big news for a different reason in 2022. 2021, it made a lot of people millionaires. It made a lot of people a lot of money. In 2022, it did the opposite. It turned rich people into poor people.
It took a lot of millionaires' money.
It sure did. And look, crypto, I actually happened to dabble in crypto. I actually took a beating on crypto this year, but you could say that about your stocks too, folks. It's crypto was created for a reason in 2009 because of the last economic crisis we had.
Listen, everyone.
Or Bitcoin was.
If you want to invest in lead and salt.
And life from the patio.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And life from the patio.
Yeah.
We could go public.
We'll be there for you.
You want to go public?
Let's go public.
Let's go public. We're going to go public on which stock exchange?
Our crypto.
We could create a crypto.
Our crypto is going to be
LFTP.
Is that what it's going to be? LFTP.
I like it.
Or life. Ooh, the crypto of life.
A life coin.
All right, patio coin.
Patio coins.
All right, we got to take that up off air. Good idea. All right, this could be one of the biggest ones too.
This is probably second to Roe v. Wade.
But the thing is, mainstream media seem to be steering clear of this. Elon Musk buying Twitter, but not just that he bought Twitter, but that he's cleaning up Twitter because he has released the 6 versions of the Twitter files.
Yeah,
and he closed their kitchen and stuff like that and stopped making.
Yeah, he quit. He started treating them like other employees.
Now I'm gonna say this: some bitch close my kitchen, I'm gonna have issues too.
Yeah, I'll be
just
upset
saying.
too.
I want all of you to go find this video of this young lady who worked at, I think she worked at Facebook.
Was it Facebook?
Yeah, you saw the video?
Yeah,
and it was on TikTok about her day. And look, I would love to have a day like hers, and she probably makes more money than all 3 of us combined. Yep. Well, I don't think she's employed anymore. But anyway, Elon Musk and Twitter files. This is about your First Amendment right, freedom of speech. We found out that was suppressed heavily. Not just by Twitter, but Elon Musk happened to be the guy to expose it. I can assure you the same thing's taking place at TikTok. It's taking place at Facebook. It's taking place everywhere. All right. Next,
I don't remember this.
We had a heat wave, and now we got cold. You know, people say it's due to global warming. The Mississippi River, she's running dry. Ain't that what Hank Williams told us?
The philosophizer.
Yeah, and so, we had a record heat wave. I can't say it's a big deal. Now, the next one kind of is world population exceeds 8 billion. So that's the most people ever been on Earth at one time.
Man, we are crushing it.
Well,
however, birth rate's like going down, though.
Well, birth rate's going down.
In America.
Okay.
Actually, India and China are just slanging it.
Well, Mexico. Yeah, birth rates are going down in your advanced countries, right? Mm-hmm. It's actually, I've said that it sounds terrible. I'm sorry, but it's true. The less educated, the people with less money, so the poor people, the less educated people, the third world countries, they're procreating and producing at a much higher rate than the advanced and more, what's the right word, well-off countries.
So are we really more advanced if we are limiting our procreation?
Well, dude, Nick Cannon's had 5 this year. He's doing his part.
He got 12 in
total.
He got 12
right? total.
So he had 9 in the last 12 months.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude, look. Props to Nick Cannon.
That means, look, I got to think about this. So if he had 9 in the last 12 months and 5 this year, he had 4 last December.
He did.
His pullout game got pro.
He wasn't only beating on drums and drumline. I can tell you that right now.
Lord help us.
He wasn't beating on nothing.
World population exceeds 8 billion is important, right? Because people want you to believe, hey, that's the reason our resources are getting drawn up. We don't have enough land to support it. That's not true. You could take every one of these people and put them in the state of Texas, and it wouldn't be a problem.
Go draw a line down the middle of the United States, and everything west of, I don't know, if you draw a straight line from Chicago down, everything west of it's almost empty.
Yeah,
until you get to California.
And it's not just here; it's in other countries as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, so I'm not sure this is a big deal. We can handle that, especially if we open up our oil fields. This is a big deal though. Iranian protests. So there were big protests going on in Iran. It's really about women's rights.
I know what surprised me because there's such a strong nuclear family over there.
Yeah, Jamie. Yeah,
but it's mostly about the hijab, right? With the women, right?
The hijab.
Yeah, the hijab.
It's about the fact that
I like
first of all,
upper hook or uppercut.
Homosexuals are basically killed on sight, right? If you're caught being homosexual, you're killed.
Which is absolutely wrong.
Women that try to stand up for their rights are killed. Anyone that goes against Sharia law is...
The Patio is going to go on a limb here. We are against killing homosexuals.
And women who have their own thoughts.
Even though Fortenberry has proclaimed his love for the Iranian government, yes, the rest of the Patio does feel that is not right.
He mistook nuclear bombs for nuclear family.
Yeah.
Look,
those nuclear talks are not going well either, though.
I think in a roundabout way I was right, but I was way wrong.
You just had a bad example.
Yes, that was a terrible example.
That's probably the worst. That's probably the worst follow-up I've ever heard. We're going to move off
worst
this stuff.
simile ever. I guess.
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh records record third term as, what do they call this guy? What is he, the Prime Minister of China? Is he the Prime Minister?
I think he's president, isn't he?
Is he president of the People's
King
Republic?
China.
King China?
I don't think he's king.
China.
Yeah. 2022, you could argue this is the year where men are women and women are men and men are men and women are women and children can be whatever the hell they want to be.
And they is them.
And
they is them.
And he's a cat.
He's a cat.
You know, it
Yeah.
also, wasn't it this the year that they said that using the wrong pronouns can be just as bad as killing a person or threatening to kill a person?
If I knew that, I'd just start slinging the pronouns all the time.
Until I made this list, did you guys even remember that this year we
Whoa.
had both the Winter and the Summer Olympics?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it didn't.
What was the character off of Street Fighter that go,
Was that Ryu? Ryu.
Like Ryu. I'd be like, he.
And I go, Hadouken!
Like, she. And they'd be like, oh, the violence. That was our reenactment of.
That was your pronouns?
That's pronoun fighters.
That was,
Oh,
that's what he wasn't shooting.
That's a good idea.
He
for a
wasn't
skit.
shooting fireballs or whatever that laser
Pronoun
ball was. It was
fighter.
pronouns.
It's pronouns there. Hey.
All right.
Moving
You know
on.
what? This feels like years ago in a way. And do you guys remember Slapgate?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. When you brought it up, we had a little talk through, but that feels like it
I
was.
still think it was planned.
I don't think so. Their reactions and the way they acted after, and then the attempt to cancel Will Smith and
Right. I don't
look,
think
Will Smith is a beaten man. Look, his wife,
his wife controls him.
she just doesn't treat him right, and
No.
he allows it. So that's on him, bud.
Yeah.
He allows her to be with other men, and it's okay.
All right, next headline: Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp.
Awesome.
The shit heard around the world.
This shit hurt.
The shit.
The shit heard around the world.
So we just talked about though that Will Smith's a downtrodden man. Johnny Depp won this lawsuit, or won this. Is it a lawsuit? What is it?
Yeah, so there's a lawsuit.
It was a
It's a lawsuit, and he won it.
Man, he got paid to stay with a crazy woman. Here I'm doing it for free.
Oh,
Love you, baby. No, but for real, I mean, this really was a bit like.
It was funny. I'm sorry. It
Dude,
ended
it was
up
a
being
big
funny
topic.
'cause it was ridiculous.
My mother-in-law sitting there just hating on Johnny Depp, and I'm like, she's shitting his bed.
look, any argument before the judge, you say, Your Honor, she shit in my bed. That should be it. Okay.
He hit me, Your Honor. She shit in my bed.
I don't condone physical abuse.
Dude,
Oh, no.
If OJ would have said she shit my bed, everybody be like, all right, you good.
That's messed up.
That's almost as bad as your Iranian thing. But let me see. There we go.
I don't know what that is.
You know, I forgot to play my music.
Look,
It was a magical
I was
shit.
going to play music then. We're almost done.
Hit the next one, though.
All right, here we go. Hold on. I'm going to play music now. Here we go.
We're way off. So, Amber Heard shit in his bed, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, though, Johnny Depp's famous for standing up for West Memphis 3 and
did.
acting like a pirate. But how's he act like a pirate on normal days?
Because he is a pirate.
Did he say, "Arr, there's shit in my bed"?
The shit
He said,
heard around the world.
I mean, matey. He
Hey,
also wears his belt on the side. Have you noticed that his buckle's on the side?
when you're a pirate, where else you supposed to put it? Because then you got your sword on the other side. Your buckle has to be opposite. What's he going to say? The sword in the crack of his ass? Well, I mean, come on. The buckle should be counter.
So he's a pirate. She's a bomb and shitter. I don't know. Does that sound right? Bomb and shitter. Shit bomber.
A shit bomber.
Shit bomber.
Came
I tell you what, we should have saved this for the end.
We just say shit way more than
Because
this.
2022 is a shit year for most people.
It was for the bed.
Hey, the next topic right here. Do you guys remember monkeypox? It was going to be the next thing that come through.
No, just say it's on pages 2. Hold on.
All right, move on to
Jimmy's
page
got to
2.
switch.
Do you remember monkeypox?
Yes, that also involves a sphincter.
I thought it involved dogs and school kids.
And
Isn't that
needle.
what they told us?
Well, that happened too, but yeah, I mean, apparently, like the old backdoor trot is where you can pick that up at.
Oh, geez.
On a little bit more serious note, the Uvalde school shooting.
No, that kind of goes into that lines right into that because there was some shitty stuff going on with the police department.
Oh,
Boy, I got to tell
police
you,
department.
I think they were all fired, and they should have been, and they should be ashamed of their.
I don't
damn
think
self.
fired is what should have happened.
How do
but
you
They
that's-
should have
I can't
criminal
say-
charges.
Nope.
There
I
should
can't
be
say
criminal
what should have
charges.
happened on there.
There should be criminal charges. Those people are trained. They actually have the equipment. They have bulletproof vests, and they're not okay to go into that building.
And they were just sitting back.
Dude.
I don't know, playing hide and
They
go
actually,
seek. I don't know.
they actually handcuffed a guy that was going to go in the building.
Yeah, that was trying to save his kids.
Yeah, I mean, I would have used somebody else as a human shield, just ran in there.
Probably the sheriff guy.
Sheriff
Why
guy.
not?
Look, just la 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 la. How do you attack crazy with crazy? What else are you
Hey,
supposed to do?
that's also the reason North Korea never jacked around while Trump was in office.
Exactly.
Crazy
'Cause
don't fight crazy.
And look, I'll guarantee you that we wouldn't be talking about the Ukraine if Trump had won that election.
Nope.
No doubt.
Attack on Second Amendment rights. This isn't probably specific to 2022, but there were
What
other
about
shootings this year. There was the nightclub shooting out in Colorado where it was actually a non-binary person. And as soon as have you figured out how the non-binary person
just disappears.
it just disappeared?
Yeah,
once
that whole story is left.
yeah.
Yep.
But still, it resulted in an attack on the Second Amendment rights. You know what happens when they take our guns? We talked about this.
Yes.
I have no idea because they taking mine.
But what really happens when they decide they're going to take our guns?
They take your freedom.
They take your freedom. Let's talk about the red trickle.
The red trickle.
The midterm election was supposed to be a red wave. It turned into a red trickle. The
Red trickle.
Republicans took over the House.
Because the pipes got frozen.
No, that was the election, 2020 election, wasn't it? But really, the red trickle.
Oh, the red trickle. Yeah, the wave turned into a trickle. Was supposed to be, we're supposed to take over everything, but we didn't take over nothing.
Well, and then the next topic. In 2020, we were told the Hunter Biden laptop was the Russian propaganda. It was all Russian collusion. There was no reality to it. And guess what happened this year?
Hold on. Before we get to this next one, the most important thing, we have something not on the list that I just thought of that has to go on here.
Okay.
When Pelosi got hammered.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
All right, let's talk about that next. So we've got the red trickle. We've got the Hunter Biden laptop story. We got the Paul Pelosi hammering.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nancy Pelosi being hammered. You're talking about the husband.
No, she stays hammered. That's a
She
normal
stays
day.
hammered.
She stays
occurrence.
hammered like in office.
Yeah, that's a normal occurrence.
Look, I don't care what is. They have not released all the information on that. There was
they're not going
It
to.
was so sketchy.
We'll never know.
No,
and it quit. It didn't even. It's not even a news cycle anymore.
No, it's gone.
No, it won't be either. I mean, what we know is there was a strange gentleman there that he said was his friend, and
Look, that guy was crazy.
no, that dude's absolutely crazy.
Dude's crazy. But it wasn't within minutes. They swore it was a right wing extremist.
You know what? You could have stopped with the first word you said by accident. That it worked.
The white.
Yeah. It was like, ah. All right.
Then we got the Mar-a-Lago raid.
Yeah, for those that, actually, I guess none of y'all know, my fantasy football team is the Mar-a-Lago Raiders.
And do you know that right now it's the first time I've realized what the hell that even meant? I've been looking at your team name all this time and like Mar-a-Lago Raiders. Okay.
It just didn't connect.
It didn't connect.
I'm so disappointed. I was so proud of that, too.
Connect. I'm too busy trying to plan our episodes than worrying about what the name of your freaking thing is. And this right here, we consider this to be the number one story of 2022. And I hope you do too.
Hands down.
Live from the Patio starts September 2nd, 2022. We dropped our first crappy episode, and boy, damn it, we've come a long way since then.
Yes.
And we're just starting. Look, I want to hit 4,000 downloads before January the 1st. So I don't care if each of y'all download 50 times. We only need like 100 and something downloads, so 20 times.
We can do it.
All four of y'all listening, do it 20 times.
Listen,
we want 4,000
I'll tell
downloads.
you I'll do you one better. I don't care if y'all listen. Just turn the volume down. Turn the volume down, put it on repeat.
You don't even have to pay attention. Yeah, you can just play it on your phone when you're not around.
Look, when you go to bed, turn it on, put the volume down, and go sleep.
Go sleep.
I don't care.
I guess you could leave it up too. It's almost like waterfalls when you're trying to sleep. You could hear it.
I mean, when you hear boring stuff, you go sleep. So there you go.
There it goes.
Well, look, we're here to help you sleep too.
Just let it play all night. Just turn the volume down and let it go all
that's
night.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Just
if you
make sure, though, you're playing episode after episode after
Listen,
episode.
and if you have young kids with phones, go get their phones when they go to sleep. Do the same thing with their phones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every phone in your house I'll be playing.
Every Tuesday and Thursday night, we want you to do this. Or actually, hell, every night before you go to bed, just play the entire library.
Look,
do
we
us all a
need
favor.
1,000 a night.
Yeah, 1,000 a night. All right, 2022. Those were some of the big news lines. And look, this next thing here, we're going to talk about. Let me cue up some good music for this here.
What are we talking about? Oh.
We're going to talk about deaths. And not just,